In 2019, a study done by Today discovered that 1 in 5 women have felt that a healthcare provider has dismissed or ignored the symptoms. Being a part of the MedSci Academy has influenced my discussions with women and about their experiences about mistreatment and misdiagnosis that has happened to them. It is shocking to be living in the 21st century where so much change has happened in society, but medical advancements for women haven't. As I mentioned, being a part of the MedSci Academy has allowed me to understand these inequalities and being able to advocate for them. Healthcare is one of the specific fields where women suffer the most from health inequalities and disparities. As I mentioned, being a part of this academy has influenced my discussions with women, and being able to hear from them has influenced my discussions. To be able to understand the inequality is so important. For example, gender bias and its involvement in health inequality. Gender bias is much more than its definition. Beliefs that were made up centuries ago still exist today. And with these harmful misdiagnoses that may occur within women is just one byproduct of misogyny in our society. Gender bias has allowed many injustices to carry out for years, from generation to generation. In 2022, the Journal of American Heart Association reported that women waited 29% longer than men to be evaluated for possible heart attacks. Each year, an estimated 40,000 to 80,000 people die due to diagnostic errors in America. This means that based on where you live and where you are, this will also improve the health inequalities of where you are. For example, health inequalities are systematic differences of the health status of different population groups in society. This means, as I mentioned, that where you live and based on your economic status, your gender, and your race, you will experience different treatment. In the United States, so much inequality has occurred. It's not new to us. For example, where gender bias has allowed many injustices to carry out for years, as I mentioned. In 2016, a research study in 2016, a research study was done that said that women were 50% more likely to be misdiagnosed and 30% more likely to have women misdiagnosed and have their condition overlooked entirely. This is another important thing that goes unnoticed. Women's biological studies. So much of our biological knowledge on women is outdated. This means that new diseases and illnesses that are discovered in women are not being addressed to the degree that is warranted. Now, you might be wondering why I'm standing in front of you all talking about this particular topic. But the truth is that stuff like this constantly goes unnoticed. But if a group of people can help to understand these health inequalities, it might make a difference. Understanding these inequalities is important, not only from an equity standpoint, but also for improving the nation's overall health and economic prosperity. This is another important thing that goes unnoticed: women's mental health. When a woman gets told that the pain or discomfort she might feel is due to a mental illness, it might make the patient feel as if they are deprived of medical knowledge. Understanding that the mental disorders that are more common in women, such as depression, anxiety, and eating disorders, also affect men, but they are more common in women. And since I have mentioned with biological studies, since we have studied women less, there is less to know about. Being a part of the MedSci Academy has also allowed me to question what is the root of this issue when discussing women's mental health, and what is the root of this issue overall when discussing women's health inequalities and challenges. The truth of the origins of this situation can be traced back to centuries ago, when medical science was only based on the belief that male physiology and female physiology differ only in terms of sex and reproductive organs. Allowing us to understand that more medical science has been done on men can also take back the fact that since we have studied women less, there is less to know about. And since we have studied women less, when we discover new illnesses and diseases in women, we have less knowledge to know about these diseases and treatments and how we can affect and how can we allow to understand the broadening and how we can help these women. Standing in front of you all today, advocating for this topic has been one of the most bravest things that I have ever done. Being able to have the privilege to understand and to be able to advocate for this topic has been one of the most bravest things that I've ever done. I encourage every woman who has ever made to feel less than at a healthcare setting has been one of the most greatest honors in my life, and I encourage every woman or any patient who has ever made to feel uncomfortable or to feel crazy at a doctor's office to stand above that and not let history repeat itself. We should owe ourselves that much. Thank you.